All right, guys, here's my thing. Good night. All right, the boys are here in the backstage, but they're not coming out until you guys show them what this Vegas crowd has been like all weekend long. Are you ready? Let's rock. See where you want it, that's the way you need it, any way you want it. She loves to laugh, she loves to sing, she loves everything. She loves to groove, she loves to groove, she loves a lot of things. All night, all night, every night. So hold tight, hold tight, just hold tight. Any way you want it, that's the way. Any way you want it. Any way you want it, that's the way. Any way you want it. I was alone, I never knew what we got to do. When we touch, let me say, oh, I love you. All night, so hold tight, hold tight. You gotta hold tight, hold tight. Any way you want it, that's the way. Any way you want it, that's right. Any way you want it, that's the way. Any way you want it, it's so much
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it.
You know, I remember when that jump used to be done because we enjoyed it.
That's like, oh man.
Now it's like, oh Christ.
I know, is it like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna
Yeah,
make
it's
it?
gonna hurt.
Yeah. And the answer is yes.
We now stretch backstage for that move alone.
But it's not good looking stretching. We're like, hey, warm your hamstrings. Like, okay.
You guys stretch backstage before you jump. Robbie's gonna have to go backstage and lay down flat.
Yeah.
It doesn't back out. You know, this is the first time I've gotten to say this in 2 years.
Let's hear it.
Let's make this official, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jensen, Ackles, and Jared Padalecki.
All right. Thank you, Spade.
It's good to have you back, Richard. Good to have you back.
Good to be back, buddy.
Right? Hi, guys. Gals. I think there are people out there. All I see is some
Hot lights in the face.
some hot lights in the face. How are y'all? Who's first time? I didn't mention that.
Who was here 2 years ago? The calm before the storm. Yeah.
Do I look like 2005?
Did you steal that shirt from Jules?
We tried so hard to find this shirt for the finale.
The Super Wiki has it.
Super, say it again.
The Super Wiki.
Jules has it.
I was gonna say that shirt really brings out your shirt. You're welcome.
Well said.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Well, it's better than the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou collection.
I don't know, man. I did.
Where's Spade? I just stole that from her. I just spaded Spade. Spade always rips off everybody.
Yeah, everybody. We missed you guys. So, gonna answer a few questions. Try and make you guys laugh a little bit. Make y'all
I
cry.
remember, like, I mean, seriously, think about this. Like 2 years ago when we came here, like that was it.
Different world. Different world. Anybody
And we
here?
almost didn't make it. That was yeah. That was like it was just in the cards. Like yeah, it was all hitting the fan right then.
Yeah. Was anybody here in 2020 with us? So I think a lot of y'all know, but when we did this on February, what, 6th and 7th in 2020? Was it March?
It was March. Like it was like the second weekend in March, right?
No.
It was literally the week.
It was Friday the 13th. We got sent home. March 6th.
Yeah, it was like the week before the world stopped. Yeah.
So, good to see you guys again. All right, I'm going to start this.
Good story.
Good story.
Yeah.
All right. Hi there. How are you?
Hi, my name's Liz. This is my first Supernatural convention.
Welcome, Liz.
So glad you're here.
Oh, you know what we like to do to first timers?
Oh God.
I don't know. Hi.
I heard, and this is a question specifically for Jensen, but
Thank
Jared,
God. Thank God.
but Jared, I'd love to know what you think too. I heard somewhere.
And that's not specifically for Jensen.
No, but she'd like you to weigh in on
Right,
yeah.
right. Jensen, you and I are the same age, and I heard somewhere that you were a fan of Thundercats.
Thundercats. I mean, what?
Seeing as though I'm the same generation, I'm also a Thundercat ho.
No. For those who don't know, it's Thundercats. Oh. See, there's a little wordplay. See what she did there?
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you for getting it. I would also like to know your feelings on Voltron. Cats, not cars.
I don't know that I have a formed opinion about that.
Clearly not as cool as Thundercats.
No.
So you are not a Voltron hub. Maybe. It was all girly.
Yeah, I wish I had.
It was all at the same time, but it's very good. You should check it out. And there's a reboot happening. Actually, it just ended on Netflix. It's
We love our reboots, don't we?
It was fantastic.
I can't believe I never heard about the reboot.
Too soon.
Are y'all Voltron hoes? Too soon? Too soon? I was talking about Voltron. No, that was not, I was not a double entendre. I'm saying,
Sure.
my joke is, I don't know what Voltron is. Much less that there was a reboot.
I remember.
I know Thundercats,
I
for sure.
vaguely remember it, but not enough again to like have a big opinion about it.
What was Voltron? Like, I legit don't know Voltron? Yeah.
It was
It was five space lion robots that come together to form one giant robot.
Haven't you seen Deadpool?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I vaguely remember that.
I don't vaguely remember anything.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because that's the age group I was thinking about.
I mean, he's an old man, but...
Hey, she just said that she was the same age.
I messed up.
I turned this mic on.
I keep messing up. I'm gonna shut up.
I got you, sister. I got you. All right. Oh, speaking of, somebody earlier asked for dad jokes. So So it hit me just a minute ago that I had one lined up and I forgot it, but I remember it now. And it is, what is it called when you slap Dwayne Johnson in the ass? Hitting rock bottom.
Wow. Wow, Mom. Fine, I'll have better soon. I'll have better soon. I'm working on it.
We've only answered one question and we didn't even answer it.
What is Voltron? I legit have no idea.
It's like Jeopardy. What is Voltron? Animated series from the early 1990s. Late 1880s.
Oh, the days. Remember those days? Well, hello there.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Megan. I'm from Michigan. Love you both. And my question is, when I'm having a bad day or just need a pick-me-up, rewatching your panels on YouTube always makes me smile and laugh instantly right. So my question is, what is something other than your wife or kids that instantly makes you smile or laugh or just brightens your day?
Thank you, Megan. I think I've said this, maybe not, but the gag.
Gag reels, I was gonna say, yeah. Go back and look at any season of our gag reels, and it just,
And someone put like a compilation of like the best gags of all of them. I think it's like an hour long or something. But I'll have it like,
here goes an hour of my day.
But yeah, I do watch the gag reels often. I don't know how often, but I watch them when I would like a little bit.
I've often said that if Warner Brothers wants to just, have a little influx of capital, there's so much material that got left behind in the gag reel, because they're only like 20, 30 minutes long. They could have made 2 to 3 hour gag reels each season if they wanted to. There was that much material. I'm like, just make a box set of gag reels.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I'll buy like several.
I don't know.
And I also have a really kind of bizarre sense of humor. Also watch like prank videos. You ever watch pranks? And then I was talking to Molly Hagan about it, who plays Mom and Walker, and she hates them. She's like, I don't like people getting pranked. Like, never prank me. And I was like, okay, yes, ma'am. Like, but like, there's the one with look up. It's like a TV ad, and there's like a high-def TV, and it's the size of a window, and they have people coming in for a job interview, and so they put the TV on the wall, and then they have like the graphic of the meteor coming in. And the people, have y'all seen that? It's so good. It's so good. Watch like Scary Elevator Girl, and that also sounds bad. I'm failing.
We got Jared on the set this past week. I don't know if somebody's told you this or not, but we had this, like, it was a walk and talk that Jared and Ashley were doing. And so I talked to Daniela, and she's of smaller stature.
yeah, she's not 6'5".
No, but she was right about the same size as this giant stuffed bear that was at this carnival that we were shooting. And so the stuffed bear was hanging right there as they walked by, as Jared walked by, just a few feet. And I made sure to go over to it, just kind of kick it in front of Jared. He clearly saw that it was a stuffed fake bear. Then on take 2, I was like, go, go, go. And quickly, behind his back, they switched out the stuffed bear with a bear-suited Daniela. And on camera, as they're walking down the fairway, the bear comes to life and attacks Jared. But the funny thing is, Ashley knew we clued her into it. She jumped more than he did. I'm like, you knew! Just like, still freak me out!
I absolutely froze. I was like, oh man, like I'm the guy who gets eaten by the bear. Just in my head, and I knew it. Part of me was like, pardon my French, I fucking knew it, man. The bear's gonna kill me.
This is how it is. I always knew it.
I always knew it. Yeah, and I just kind of was like the guy that froze, and I was in my head. I was like, man, I always hoped I wouldn't be that guy. I was trying to like, hello? No, just
Like when the bowl of blood spilled.
Well, I jumped away from that.
That's it. In French mistake. The blood that Sebastian, that he like put it precariously on the back of the couch to paint on the window. This is that we get thrown through. Do you guys remember this? Yeah. It's a show called Supernatural.
Is that like Ultron?
Yes. But the reboot, not the original. And Sebastian came and put the bowl real quickly. He was doing this, and the bowl just started to go. And I was over here, and Jared was here, and the bowl was like there. And all Jared had to do was just this. Just stop it from tipping. Instead, I got this. Jump back, it hits, blood covers the couch, the floor. We've got like a half-hour cleanup now. Instead of
Don't get near that blood. I got
it immediately goes. I always wished I wouldn't have reacted like that.
True story. Megan, thank you so much.
One thing I thought across my mind, you said things. What do you things do to brighten your day, right? I don't know if this is necessarily brightening my day, but I am a sucker for a good soldier coming home video. Man, woo. Listen, give me. I just go through 15 of those, and I'm like, all right, I need some coffee. Yeah, sucker for those things. Thank you, Megan from Michigan, was it? From Michigan? Hi.
Hi, I'm Sheila from Idaho, first timer.
Where in Idaho?
Pocatello, Idaho, so not too
That's
far.
not a real place.
Not too far from Sun Valley.
We got a Thundercats hoe and we got Idaho. This is awesome.
Idaho, Idaho.
We're here all day. Or for at least another 30 minutes.
Sheila, you remember that show, Gila? He-Man, She-Ra? Okay. Enough out of y'all and out of Norton.
The purple shirt's starting to affect his brain.
It's better when you explain it.
It's funnier if you have to explain the joke, Jared. See, because there was this show. Never mind.
Apologies. Sheila. From Idaho.
I'm wondering what it's been like working together again.
Well, this is about it.
No, kidding. It was awesome.
It's like we never stopped.
You know what's funny is that it occurred to us on his birthday this past week when he was directing. That the first birthday that he and I were sharing a set together on was in 2005. Yeah, it's been a long time. And the first couple of days he directed, I actually was not working on those days. I was going to be at a bachelor party, like it was planned a while ago, and some stuff happened. But so the crew that I work with all the time on Walker now was able to meet him just as Jensen Ackles, super talented, efficient director. You know what I mean? Which was awesome. Because, well, I mean, when I got there finally, it was like, hey, I know a lot of y'all know, but this guy and I share a screen together and a set together for whatever, 17 years. and I got to kind of brag about them because a lot of our crew, and he can attest to this, they're so great, and they're so grateful. And I got to kind of say, in front of the people I've worked with for the last year and a half, you know, like, there's no chance that CW would have answered a phone call about making a show in Texas if it weren't for Supernatural, and there's no chance that there'd be Supernatural if it weren't for this guy. So I gotta say, like, you know, we all owe our job in some large part. It was fun to show them off, and it was fun to think of like 30 different chairbacks to have show up. So I think you have to go home with it. So, it was great. Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
Hey y'all, I'm Jessica from Alabama. And
You're in Alabama.
I live in Huntsville right now.
That's not a real place.
It is, it's Rocket City. But I was the one that asked the dad question joke earlier too, so.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad I could follow through with that one.
I wanted to ask now about the third album from Radio Company. What can you tell me?
It's been written for a while, we just haven't had a chance to get in and record it. So Steve's working on it. He was gonna come here this weekend, but he couldn't at the last second. But yeah, we'll hope to have something in the next few months.
I'm really excited to hear it, so I can't wait.
Thanks.
Tour! Yeah, because he has so much free time. Just do tour. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Alyssa, and this is my second convention.
Where was the first one?
Hawaii.
Oh, I see. So Hawaii and Vegas, I'm seeing a trend here.
In Hawaii, I was underage though, so now I'm wait, no!
Now she's legal.
I'm going to take 2 shots after this, so...
2? Give me 2, Utah. Like 4 people know what that reference is. She definitely doesn't know that reference. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
So I was wondering, I'm a really clumsy person, so I was wondering who is the clumsiest in, like, cast member and...
Yeah, probably me.
The great thing about Jared is when he accidentally knocks something over or you know, bumps something, his initial response is correct in trying to quickly solve that problem. But the entertaining aspect of that is that he continually makes it worse as he's trying to fix, and then the speaker goes, and then he hits the front row, and then, like, even him just making funny, I'm nervous. Like, he probably just pulled a muscle in that.
I got it.
No kidding, our on-set carpenter would have to, like, level up the screws and nails and equipment that he would carry with him on set if Jared was going to be working that day. Because sets would get destroyed. So
I'm big.
Yeah.
Some breaks.
He's big, he doesn't know his strength. He's a giant dog, is what he is. He's like a Great Dane who thinks he's a Chihuahua.
It's okay, I almost died, like, in here at Las Vegas, because I accidentally tripped and fell into oncoming traffic.
Wait, what? Okay, you know what? Don't do 2 shots after this question.
It's all about risk, man.
Don't take that risk. It's not worth that.
It's all about risk versus reward, man. Come on, you never know unless you try. 2 shots, baby.
Amazing. Well, don't do anything where you're going to oncoming traffic, please.
I am definitely trying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, I think, yes. Stay on the sidewalk.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Senia and I'm from West Texas.
over by Lubbock. So,
yeehaw.
yes. So first, I got to thank Jensen for his family business brewery back in Dripping Springs. And Jared, as growing up, I completely watched Walker, Texas Ranger every day after school. Thank you for making it as good as it is now.
Oh, thank you.
So my question is, out of my 3 favorite Supernatural episodes from kind of the beginning, which was the episode where, Dean keeps dying.
This is
and then,
I like where this is going.
and then of course the bad day, I forget what it is.
Black Rock.
Yeah, Black Rock. And then I had the other one and I lost it. But okay, so out of those 2, which one was more fun to make?
Out of those 2? For me, what was more fun to make was Mystery Spot. Yeah.
But you had to deal with your brother dying every day.
Yes, but...
That was fun?
No, that was not fun. But I'm on a roll today. No, I think when I read the script, I knew it was going to be difficult, but I always, whenever we'd have like a humorous episode of Supernatural, and it was Jensen as Dean running the humor, I was like, one way or the other, this is going to make me laugh out loud on set and off set. Even there were obviously hard days, difficult days to shoot, but I knew it was going to be fun and funny to watch because this guy kills comedy all the time. So yeah, kills the comedy. Did you die a lot, Ned?
Oh no, we get it. It's better if you explain it though.
Yeah, which one of those 3 was your favorite?
And actually, I figured out the third one. It was actually Yellow Fever.
That one was okay. That one. Then I will call an audible on my answer. Yellow Fever was the most fun to film.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go Yellow Fever. That was just playing like the antithesis of the character I'd been playing for so long. Was quite humorous and fun. We enjoyed that. What? No, because the one bad part about filming Yellow Fever was that I was hoarse for 3 days from that stupid cat scene. It was scary. I think that was an ad-lib. That was scary. That was scary. We did that scene. Phil Segrisha directed that episode. We did the locker room scene right before we did the scene where we're talking over the Impala, and Dean's like, "I'm done. You know who does that? Crazy people." And I like had no voice, so it was like between takes, like sipping tea and trying to get my voice back. But yeah, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun.
Hi, Jensen and Jared. This is my first actually Sunday seeing you guys, so I didn't know what to ask. But
Thank you.
So my question is, who is your favorite person to prank on or off set?
I mean, I feel like Misha got the lion's share of it.
Not Alex?
Well, Alex wasn't around as long as Misha was, so Misha got a lot more. Misha got us like in our 20s before we had kids pranking. And so, Alex, we had grown up ever so slightly, maybe?
Although, yeah, we got Alex a lot, but, and it was so funny watching the slight shift in Misha from being on the receiving end most of the time to seeing somebody else get some of it in front of him and literally like taking really good like enjoyment out of it. Like he was like, it's so nice not to just take all of it. But do you remember the one side? Yeah. Alex said, I think he looked at me, she goes, this eventually gets better, right? And he just goes, it never gets better.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And welcome to your first Sunday. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Victoria and I'm from Virginia.
That's not a real place.
Actually, Victoria and Virginia are places.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
My question for you is, Jensen, the Chaos Machine launch announcements touched on your head of development's passion around LGBTQ characters, and you both have generously supported organizations like Out Austin. Can you talk about...
Out Youth, yeah.
Or Out Youth, I'm sorry, thank you. Can you talk about your thoughts on inclusive storytelling and using your platform to make a difference, especially with the current political environment?
Sure. Yeah, we actually head of our development for our production company is a member of that community, and she's amazing. We love her. So she's been really instrumental in finding material that does include stories like that. So we've got a few projects right now that we're developing with that type of story and those type of characters that we really want to represent that properly and do justice to it. So yeah, it is very important, and I think that we're in a really kind of unique time in our industry, and I feel like in a lot of industries where there's a huge effort to level the playing field across all spectrums, from gender to sexes to sexual orientation, all of that stuff. I feel like we're really trying to make a push to level up those that may not have had opportunities in the past, and hopefully in 5 to 10 years from now, we won't have to make these efforts because everybody will be playing at the same level, and that's my hope. So yeah, so I feel kind of empowered to be given a position and given an opportunity to help move that ball down the field, as they say. So, thank you.
Hey guys, Anna. I've been to a lot of these cons. This is my first time to ask a question. So my question is kind of for Jensen, sorry here.
Great.
We saw some things about you possibly working with the DC universe. Can you give us anything?
No. No, thanks
She just walked up.
She's just like, wow, that's it. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't want to say something because I'm as.
Can you give us like a direction of where, like, which part of the universe you want to?
I'll say that we are currently working with some other folks within the Warner Brothers umbrella of producers and are developing an IP that is what was brought to us from DC. So IP meaning intellectual property, that's the stories that they own. So yeah, so but fingers crossed that it as Jared knows and as I know, there are a plethora of hoops to jump through to get anything made these days. So hopefully we can navigate those hoops, and I'll have some more news for you later.
Hello. So this is actually my dad's question. So Jensen says you're gonna be on the next season of The Boys. He wanted to know what you guys' favorite superheroes are, and also what do you think Sam and Dean's favorite superheroes are?
Well, I think we know Dean's, which is cool because I get to voice the character too. I don't know. I mean, I hate to say the same one, but I'm a pretty big Batman fan. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of something that would I'd put above Batman, and I can't really think of anybody. Now, I haven't seen the one that has just come out.
It's fantastic.
It's 3 hours long. Yes. Seriously. I mean, it's like I gotta get a popcorn, a large Coke, and a bucket to urinate in.
What kind of
Drink
theaters
Coke.
are you going to?
The right kind. So yeah, I'll have to give you my review when I see that one. But I gotta go Batman.
That's not bad, yeah. I love Batman as well, I love Superman. Yeah, I probably kind of dig Superman. Just edge out Batman a little bit. But Batman's pretty badass, so I'm in. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I'm just gonna piggyback the question here. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Aquaman.
Swim with the fishes?
Well, you can, even if you're not able to fly with your arms like Superman, you can fly a plane and get kind of a super view of the super cities and the super states that you're super flying over. But you can't really, unless you're
Do you know what about Superman and Wonder Woman?
this one. But you know, there's a lot that's been unexplored. I sound so boring right now. Leave it alone. But I think it'd be fun to like go swim around the Titanic and stuff. Sorry,
You can do that, by the way.
I can't.
James Cameron can.
I'm not James Cameron.
I thought of a I don't know if this is a superpower, but it would certainly be a power, I guess, that nobody really possesses. Are there any superheroes out there that can see like 5 minutes into the future?
Foresight.
Who was it?
Foresight.
Foresight. That makes sense.
Foresight. Wow.
And that's a real thing?
They really went on the nose with that name, didn't they? Just be like Superman being named Flying Man. Foresight.
Foresight, Waterman, and Flying Man.
Sorry.
What do they call his? No?
I think but see, I don't want to see too far. You don't want I got this. You don't want to see too far in the future. It's just like, you don't want to know how you die or anything like that. But if you just see like 5 minutes in the future,
Can you change it? Like you see yourself getting...
that's the thing, is it's like, you know, she trips and falls into oncoming traffic. Maybe she knows to avoid that curb.
It's true.
I've got an ace showing. Should I hit? Or, you know, I've got a 16 chip. Should I hit? Should I not? Whoa. All the money you need. You know?
There's already that's Casino Man.
So,
Yeah, there's already...
that's right. That's Sports Almanac Man.
That's Biff from the future.
Right. I don't know. There's something there. We'll ride Foresight, DC, Marvel. Where does Foresight live?
He's not gonna, he'll tell you in 5 minutes. Thank you. Hey there, how are you?
Hi, I'm Kathy from Las Vegas.
Hi.
My question is for both of you about Supernatural. So it's been a while since Supernatural has wrapped. Do either of you remember the exorcism incantation?
Oh God. I don't remember my middle name right now.
I think I only had to say it once.
Omnis Te, Omnis Spiritus, Omnis Vestus, Omnis Incordio, Finalis, Adversari, Omnis Legio, Omnis Congregatio, Omnis Legio, Omnis something, Omnis Congregatio, et Forsythio. Yeah, if I read it again. I did, yeah. Yeah, I think Jensen, it was one of the few times he ever came to set when he had to do the incantation. And he kind of came to me before we were going to roll. He's like, hey, I'm going to try and do a bad job so I don't have to do it anymore. So you can do it. What are the last 2 words?
Adios.
Yeah, that's right. Adios. Adios. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. My name's Ashley. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. My question is for a friend. She's actually donating part of her liver next month to another a person in the supernatural family.
Wow.
And she would like to know what you guys suggest binge watching while she's in recovery.
Wow. Well, A, how awesome of your friend. I haven't been able to binge watch anything lately. Right? I'm a lot less good than you are at being able to stay going with shows.
Explain that one a little more.
So I don't really have the foresight to shows to watch. I'm bad at that question. I've been bad at a few questions today.
I'm assuming that they have seen all of Supernatural, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Peaky Blinders. The Boys. Ozark is really good. I'm currently trying to catch up. I don't know why I'm so late to the party, but Yellowstone. Walker. If they've never seen, and this is, in my opinion, 2 of the probably the greatest comedic show ever made, and probably I would say probably the best dramatic show ever made, which is Arrested Development and Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's a few. There you go.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Christina from Washington. So you've worked a lot in the past.
Did you say I'm Supernatural from Washington?
No, I'm Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina. You hear what you want to hear.
So you also have done some fun and interesting things before Supernatural, and hopefully you'll act many years into the future. So who is someone you've worked with in the past, not from Supernatural, who you got some really good advice from, and who would be your top person to work with in the future? Anyone?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna, just because I had this conversation yesterday, Milo Ventimiglia, we both worked with some great actors and actresses, but he's on my mind, we were just texting. When he came on Gilmore Girls, we were kind of in competition. Not really in real life, but certainly on the show for Rory's Love and stuff. But he took me under his wing and kind of was like, hey, he's from Venice, and so he grew up in LA and he kind of knew different spots. He was like, hey, what do you like doing on your time off? And I was like, I don't really know, like I play video games. He's like, all right, well go do this hike, do this job. I was like, great. And I remember when I was on Gilmore Girls, like season 1, I didn't know if you had some time between your next scenes, you could like leave and go get something to eat. So I was just like sit in my trailer. Like, I was fresh off the boat, I was like a teenager from San Antonio, Texas. And I was like, hey man, let's go get some lunch. I was like, okay, we can? I was like, yeah, well like not the next 3 scenes. Like let's just go for a drive. I'll drive him down. And so he was and is a great guy. And so it was just nice to be around somebody who, is supposed to be your competition. But he was like, hey man, come on, let's go hang out. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I appreciated him. Who would I like to work with in the future? Gosh, I mean, so many. I love working with everybody, honestly. Everybody has something different story to tell. And I feel like I'm gonna have my socks knocked off by somebody who's never been on TV yet or in a movie yet, and they're gonna show up and do something like, whoa, that person has something. There's certainly a few actors and actresses that we've worked with and been like, wow, even though they don't have a name yet. So that's a more difficult question to answer. Yeah, anybody?
Yeah, the you know, who would like to work with? I mean,
Yes.
yeah, the answer is yes. Yeah. You know, there's obviously a list of names that we all know, household names that, you know, would love to just sit on set and be a fly on the wall and watch some master at work, you know, a Merrill or a Hanks or, you know, somebody and just be like, let me just take notes here. But then there's also people that are journeymen who have been doing this for so long and may not be winning Academy Awards, but are just so good at their craft. So that's a harder question. I would say somebody, as far as advice goes, I think he would agree and probably has had a similar experience where there's been people throughout our career who has certainly been helpful in kind of molding and shaping who we become as actors, and had a heavy hand in that. He said Milo, and that reminded me of somebody, of a contemporary, because there's certainly stories of, you know, older actors and actresses that I've gotten a lot of really good advice from, or I've watched and seen how they've handled themselves on set, or choices that they've made and been like, oh, I'm stealing that. But it reminded me of Tom Welling. So, Tom Welling, who played Flying Man on Smallville. See what I did there? You're welcome. I don't know if this is widely known. I think I've told this story, but it was. I was going out for that role when they were casting it, and it got down to me and Tom, or Tom and I. What's the right word? Tom and me, whatever. I said me and Tom, or Tom and I, and he goes, Tom and me.
No, you said, what is it? And I said, Tom and me. You said,
Yeah, I gave you two choices, and you didn't pick either one of them, so I don't care. Flick.
Hey, you're the one who read Birdie, not Bride.
So, my wife does that to me.
Flick. I never heard that.
Oh gosh, it makes me so mad. And it's just like, it's debilitating too. It's just like, flick, and I'm like,
There's
no comeback. It's like no comeback.
There's also no comeback to, I guess you had to be there. There's really nothing you can say, like, I guess you did.
Yeah, I guess you had to be there. Stupid. It's like the Chris Farley skit in SNL. Stupid guy. Idiot. Anyway, Welling, I came on and ended up doing a role on season 4, and he and I hit it off and became pals. And then the next year, Supernatural started, and we were filming in Vancouver, right down the street from Smallville. And Tom, I think, we went out to dinner with him several times, and he gave us a lot of really good advice on things that we should be looking out for, or considering, or fighting for as leads of the show that he had gone through and had been through for the past 4 or 5 years. And it was really sound advice, and a lot of that stuff helped us greatly in the beginning of the series. And it was interesting because you and I passed a lot of that advice along to somebody else who came along and was the lead of a little series called Arrow. And Stephen Amell called us out, invited us out to dinner, and was like basically the same thing we did with Tom years ago, and was like, "What, you know, you guys have advice for me?" So that was kind of fun to pass the torch.
And the fun thing about what Tom kind of gave to you and me, and what we passed on to other actors and actresses that we did, is it was never about like, hey, get a bigger trailer, hey, get more weekend. It was all stuff that was going to make it more possible for us to do our work. And it's all about being comfortable. Like if you're comfortable on set, if you have enough rest, if you're not exhausted, then you can tell the best story possible. So
it was setting us up for success.
Yeah, it was setting us up.
What can we do? What are the best ways to set yourself up for success? Yes. And that was really cool. So it's really cool when you meet people that are willing to help fellow actors out in that regard. And I don't feel like that was the culture many years ago when we started out, but I feel like it's much more the culture now, and I'm kind of proud of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Haley from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Give it to Utah!
My question is, my dad and I used to watch Supernatural every Thursday night or Friday night, and I was just wondering if you guys have any of those types of traditions with your kids?
Not with my daughter. Most of that is like Netflix, like children's shows we watch.
Bluey.
Yeah. My sons and I always watch football on Sunday. We'll sit down and watch Cowboys for sure. And then my oldest son loves Patrick Mahomes, and so they're playing that. So, but he loves watching the sports, and so does Shep, and so we'll watch that. Shep also loves like dinosaur documentary, I guess not documentaries.
This week on Fossil Kingdom.
He likes stuff about dinosaurs. They're not documentaries, believe it or not. He will watch it, and especially if it's based on knowledge of. I'm gonna stop.
I'll dive in here. We got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas this year, and we have now taken to playing Mario Kart as a family. But it's funny. So JJ, my oldest, she is now she's now beating me, which Daddy don't like that. You know, and of course Daniel's like, it's not about winning, and I'm like, it's about winning. It is literally the only reason we're playing this is to win. Like I have to, she said, guys, it's just about having fun, it's not about winning, and she'll be like, she does not know what she's talking about, it's about winning. So JJ is now beating me, not consistently, but she has. Zeppelin is getting.
He doesn't protest too much.
Zeppelin's getting better. He's midway in the rankings. Arrow just sits and cheers. She doesn't even play. She just cheers her siblings on to beat me. And then one other tradition I'll quickly touch on. I drive the kids to school every day, and JJ likes to play this game. She thinks that Dad knows every song on the radio. And little does she know that the XM stations that I have programmed are only the stations that I listen to. So she's cycling through thinking that she's just picking some random station, and it's like Prime Country, or Classic Vinyl, or Classic Rewind, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know this song. Any way you want. So she thinks I know every song played on the radio, and that's a fun game for now until she figures out what I'm doing.
Thank you. Supernatural family, I would like to ask a quick question. What's your favorite box store? Walmart, Target, or Kmart?
Sam's Club?
Sam's Club it is. Costco. Y'all say hi to a long-time member of our Supernatural family, somebody we love. And she has a question, and it's probably going to be inappropriate, and we're going to try to
No, I saved the inappropriate ones for the gold one. This was actually a question from Tammy.
Although we know it's going to be inappropriate.
Good one.
Okay.
She says, you have both had your beautiful houses showcased in Architectural Digest. What did you have to hide before the videography?
Fair question. Very fair.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I think I've had a picture show up online.
Yes, we
Thanks, Kay. Thanks, T. What did we hide? A lot. I think most of the stuff we had was probably like, other than some of the other stuff I'm not going to talk about. I think a lot of like
You're doing great.
kids'
Kids' toys, parents' toys.
Yes, we hid a lot of toys.
Okay.
It's really fun watching Jared live. Because it doesn't come naturally. It's like,
Mr. Ackles.
I don't think we hid anything. Danielle she runs a very tight ship. And
where do you already keep everything hidden?
That's the thing, is I'll be missing something and I'll be like, I haven't seen, where is the thing? She'll be like, if you don't know, then you don't need it. She's like, I threw that out 6 months ago. Oh, she is the queen of purging. She's just like, we don't need this monitor, we don't need this monitor. I mean, she
hates monitors.
She hates the kids.
Hates these games.
The jerk.
There was nothing that I think we had to scramble, and although there were things brought in, there was that like sex plant that was brought in. Yeah.
I was trying to avoid that topic.
What?
I was trying to avoid that topic.
What are you talking about? You're just talking about toys.
What? He was talking about sex. Sex plant?
What's the... Dare I ask?
What a sex plan is?
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch the video. It's in there. It's that was brought in, and it was a thing, and there was
apparently it was
seeds falling everywhere.
Whoa!
And
pull up.
Pull what? On that note, thank you.
It's been 2 years, but we made it back. That's Jensen Ackles, and that right there, that's Jared. Padalecki.
We're gonna real quick.
What?
There was a birthday this last week. So if you don't mind joining me, we'd like to wish Mr. Jensen Ackles a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jensen. Happy birthday to you.
Now, get off the stage.
I have a question for you, Rob.
I know what you're going to say.
Was it emotionally difficult for you?
Yeah.
To hear people singing happy birthday?
It was rough. It reminded me of what I've never heard.
Except every year on your birthday.
Except every year on your birthday, but with Psych, never did hear that one. Not that year.
No. I couldn't help but think of that as you were there going, happy birthday.
Yeah, James Rodney's face was all I could see. Nevertheless.
If you don't know what we're talking about, ask a friend.
Or YouTube the Tim Amundsen
Saturday
panel.
Yeah, for sure.
We had drinks with Tim and his lovely wife Allison last night, and Allison was like, "No, they really did sing it for every guest star." It's like, you're making it worse, Allison.
The greatest moments on the stage that, I don't know.
Not me. Never got that happy birthday. But anyway, no, it felt good. It was like purging it just now.
What's next, Robo?
I don't know. It's a good question. It might be, sometimes it's break time. This is your job. I don't know.
I was going to go find out. A place that Rob left the stage.
It's intermission.
Solo with Rich. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break, a bit of an intermission. And then we're going to come back and have a Rich and Rob panel. Oh, man. Intermission. Everybody's talking about that. Intermission. It's such an intermission. Intermission. Talking about vision.
I'm so happy.
Hey, Rob. I hope they don't intermiss us.
It's a redo of an earlier joke. Still not very funny. Okay. Hey, guys, we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
We'll be back.